Hi there, it's Laura and welcome back to Lingovets. What would you guys do if you had an appointment at 5 p.m. but you showed up at 5:20? Or if you had an important task to do at work but you put it on your calendar on the wrong day? Exactly, you would have to apologize for your mistake and say sorry. Of course, you could just say sorry, but the word sorry is so overused that it sometimes kind of loses its value. Oh, sorry. Sorry. No, sorry. People use it all the time, but there are many different ways to say sorry in English. Some are more formal and some are more informal. And it's also very important to use them in the right context. Some contexts are more serious and polite, and some are more casual. And if we don't do this the right way, then we would rather sound unnatural or even inappropriate. Hey La, where have you been? We've been waiting for you for 20 minutes. I know guys, I'm late. Please accept my most sincere apologies. What? What did I say? So, Miss Brown, I assume your presentation is ready for our meeting this afternoon. Unfortunately, I must have made a mistake when writing on my calendar the deadline for that presentation. My bad. So in today's lesson, we're going to see 5 informal or more casual ways to say sorry in English and 5 more polite ones. If you're interested in this lesson, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell. That way, you'll be able to watch many more lessons that I've prepared for you, which will help you improve your English and sound more natural and advanced. Let's start with 5 more casual or relaxed ways to say sorry. One very easy way to say sorry when you are among friends is whoops. For example, imagine you drop someone's jacket by accident. You go, oh, whoops. Or you sit down and accidentally you kick the table as you sit down. Oops. It's just a way to say sorry for small things. Next way to say sorry can be used when you talk about a little problem that you have created. You can say, oops, my bad. And other similar possibilities are my fault, my mistake. When you use these expressions, you admit that you are the responsible person for that mistake. Nobody else is to blame, only yourself. For example, let's say you call a restaurant to make a reservation for 5 people, but it happens that you guys are 6 people instead. So when you arrive at the restaurant, you find a beautiful table set for 5 and not for 6. So you look at your friends and say, oops guys, my bad. I made a booking for 5 people, not for 6. And hopefully the problem will be easily fixed and nobody will hate you too much. Another way to say sorry is, I've messed up. We use the phrasal verb, I've messed up, when we want to indicate that we've made a huge mistake. A mistake that has spoiled or ruined something. For example, you've been invited to Anna's surprise party. And while having coffee with Anna, by mistake, you ask her, oh Anna, one second, what time is your party tonight? And Anna is like, what party? Of course, it's a surprise party. She doesn't know about it. So you tell her, oh Anna, I've messed up your surprise party. You've ruined her party. You've spoiled it. Please forgive me. 4. If you want to say sorry and also emphasize that your intentions were not bad, that you actually had very good intentions, you can say, I didn't mean to, and then mention what you did that you feel sorry about. This can be used, for instance, when you're talking to a friend who's asking you for advice, but you're a bit too honest and tell your friend something that hurts his or her feelings. You can say, look, I didn't mean to upset you with what I said. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. It was not my intention. This is a very nice way to say sorry for something you said. And the most common way to say sorry is, of course, I'm sorry. But what native speakers do to emphasize how sorry they really are is to use words such as so, really, truly or terribly and give them more power in the phrase. Listen up. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm truly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Now, if you want to continue this expression with the reason why you're sorry, then you must use for. And maybe a noun. I'm really sorry for my behavior. A verb with ing. I'm truly sorry for being rude to you. Or a new clause. I'm terribly sorry for what I told you. Let's see now a few more formal ways to say sorry. The first one is I apologize. We can use this one where we are trying to say I'm sorry in a more polite and correct way. For example, at work or when we are at public places. And the same as it happened with I'm sorry before, we can give it a bigger intensity using words such as sincerely. I sincerely apologize. If you want to mention what you apologize for, then we'll use the same grammar we saw in our previous example. We need for and maybe a noun. I sincerely apologize for the delay. A verb with ing. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Or a clause. I apologize for all the time that you've been waiting. Next one is I owe you an apology. I owe you an apology is used to say that something was really wrong and I must say sorry to you. This one is very similar to the one before. The only difference is that the word apology is a noun. I owe you an apology. And in our example before, apologize is a verb. To apologize for this or to apologize for that. For example, imagine that you are at work and a colleague underestimates your ideas. They think they are not good enough. However, they are. So after a while, the person may go to you and say, listen, I must say your project is working really well, so I owe you an apology. This is a very polite and nice way to say sorry. Number 8 is, it was thoughtless of me to, or another possibility, it was careless of me to. With these expressions, you admit that it wasn't nice or fair from you to do what you did. You think you didn't give a person the right treatment or consideration. Imagine that at work, you told your boss that you have an important exam tomorrow and you asked if you could actually go home a bit earlier. But your boss has a lot of work to do and demands that you work till late. Maybe your boss thinks about it and realizes it was not fair to ask you to do that. He can go to you and say, listen, it was thoughtless of me to ask you to work till late. I owe you an apology. Next one. If you would like to express some regret as a way to say sorry, then you can say, I should have or I shouldn't have. And what would have been the right decision to make, which, of course, you completely ignored. For example, imagine that at work, a colleague gives you very good advice about how to do something, but you prefer not to listen and continue doing things your own way, which eventually are not as successful as you imagined. You can always go to your colleague and say, listen, I should have listened to you, and I shouldn't have ignored what you suggested. And our last way to say sorry is, I regret, and what it is that you feel sorry about. If you want to make this apology even stronger, you can use the word deeply. I deeply regret. And your idea. I regret is followed by a verb with ing. For example, I deeply regret saying that you are not professional. Or I regret choosing this career. The verb regret is really correct, really polite, and therefore a fantastic alternative when we want to say sorry in formal contexts. And there you are, 5 more casual or informal ways and 5 more polite or formal ways to say sorry in English. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it with your friends and have a look at our social media, where you can find more mini lessons, resources, games, and much, much more. Also remember that you can have a conversation class with me and English speakers from all over the world on our website Lingoverse Talksmate. You can easily access it by clicking the link I've left in the description box for you. So guys, that has been all for today. Make sure that you have already subscribed to our channel, and saying sorry is a very common situation after someone complains. So why don't we have a look at this video, how to complain in English politely. And if you want to learn a few techniques to remember vocabulary easily, watch this video out. It's been very nice to have you with me today, and see you soon. But in the meantime, practice this, enjoy it, and share it.